Hey there, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I am Lisa with Lunalex AZ, and I am on here to cover my week 5 with the terzepatide compound in a pharmacy from Arizona. I am not using Zepbound anymore, and I want to give you guys an update. I want to go over the dates with you so that I can stay on track with things for you if it's helpful. I'm looking at the month of July, and it's the 19th through the 26th. So today's the 26th. And I just want to kind of do a quick overview. I learned a lot from the week, but it's a very uneventful weight-wise type of visit. And number 2, I look horrible. I know that. You guys, it's the end of the day and I just need to make the video or I'm going to get too far behind. If you'll pardon the way I look, I would really appreciate it. I started my period today, the week of the 19th to 26th, though I'm considering a period week, meaning it's the week before your period where you start to gain a lot of weight and usually bloat up. I usually gain about 5 or 6 pounds just in all of that great stuff. And I did not gain any weight at all. So I consider it a win. I stayed exactly the same. So 220 all the way through. And I'm just really happy about it. I consider that a total win. Number 1. Number 2, it didn't seem to affect anything or make anything worse. It didn't make anything better, but it didn't make anything worse. If anything, maybe the B12 inside of the injection actually helped keep my energy levels higher than they normally would have been, because on a week before my period, I normally get exhausted, like super tired, and I did not have any bit of tiredness at all. I was awake, I was working out, I was going to the gym. I really put in some effort and I had effort to give. That's a lot different than, let's say, week 1 and 2 when I was just trying to figure out how to deal with this in my body. I really was happy about that. This was the first terzepatide shot. What I'm doing right here is watching provider do her own injections. And I just thought I'd record it so I could kind of monitor how she's doing it for herself. And then I could just do that for me. It was nice. So for those of you who don't know, if you're just seeing this channel for the first time and you don't know much about GLP-1 agonists, the terzepatide is a GLP-1 agonist. Ozempic or semaglutide is also one of those. But the terzepatide is a little different. It has 2 buttons that it pushes instead of 1 like the Ozempic. And what this does is it goes in and tricks your body into thinking that you're full longer. And it also slows down your movement of your intestines just a little bit. And it really gives you a nice appetite suppressant. If you're fortunate, it does do that. And with me, it does do that. So for the whole week, I really wasn't hungry. I had to make myself eat like before. I found that yesterday was the first day that I heard a little bit of food noise, is what it's called, where I was just in the house cleaning up and I heard something say, I think you should go get a hamburger. I think you really should. For me, that was something that I had to speak up and back to. So thank God nobody was in the house, because they would have heard me talking to myself out loud. And I literally said, I do not need a hamburger. I have food here. I am not eating anything extra. And that voice literally was like, fine. And I ended up making my chicken and zucchini, and I really had a nice little dinner. And believe it or not, I couldn't even eat as much. So even if someone gave me a burger right in front of me, I would not have been able to eat that burger all the way through. My food noise didn't match the size of my stomach. That's something that I think you guys should know, because it's a compound, terzepatide, and that worked as effectively as my Zepbound would have. Zepbound had the same effect. With the terzepatide, I will say that knowing it was the week of my period, or like right before it, I consider that always a real rocky area. I feel like my metabolism goes a little haywire. My everything just burns off differently. And this was a really good week. So I really don't feel like it was a bad week at all. It was probably a tricky week to start a compound on, because I really wanted some clean slate to like do research and check daily how I felt. But overall, it was just fine. So if you're in Arizona and you're looking for a compound pharmacy, let me know. I have a referral that I can send you info for a doctor who works with this company. It's amazing. I know that I weighed all the way through 220. That's 25 pounds down so far. And this is just the end of week 5. So I'm excited to see how week 6 goes, because now it's that week after the period, and usually I end up losing some weight. Normally, I lose what I gained if I had bloating. Other than that, my food is the exact same, and I find joy in that. The other thing I wanted to mention is constipation. I want you, if you take anything away from this video, is find a way to stay ahead of constipation, because this is the week that it started. This is the week that I really felt any kind of issue with it. And it wasn't a dangerous issue. It was just, it started. And I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. So what I did was I became really good friends with Smooth Move Tea. You can order it online on Amazon. Again, I don't have a store for it, so I can't put anything on there, but I can put a link if I can find it. And also I used Miralax. And the Miralax I didn't like too much. It kind of got like chalky in my throat and kind of grossed me out. But I will say this, it worked. So stay ahead of it. Every other day do Smooth Move and the Miralax, and every day do the magnesium, the Calm powder, and that will help as well. I'm going to drink some of that soon. But other than that, stay ahead of that. Everything has been great. It's been really good, you guys. It's a really neat injection and drug to monitor. I really love being on it. I'm very fortunate that I can be on it. I was asked earlier, why did I move from tirzepatide in Eli Lilly's formula, which is called Zepbound? Why did I move from that to compound tirzepatide? And I will say to you, compound tirzepatide is the same thing as, same drug, but it is a lot less expensive. I had a discount card from Eli Lilly to use for my Zepbound, and which is tirzepatide. That's the brand name of tirzepatide. And that discount card was still way more expensive than what compound is with a provider. I am seeing an FNP and NP for my tirzepatide compound formula, and she guided me through it, and it's been doing great this week. So I'll let you guys know as I go now for the next couple of weeks how everything is feeling, and we'll meet back up here again. So yeah, if you could like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. I am trying to grow my channel, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great night. Thank you.